I'm telling you, this is just a dream. Welcome to my dream. When you sleep at night and you understand that it's just a dream and you will wake up in the morning, nothing becomes important anymore. And you just start to play around till you wake up. That's also how I feel in this world. Which you like to call reality, but I don't call it reality. Reality is deep within. Beyond all these forms that you see in material world, all the bodies, different personalities, different emotions. Yo Vasper, Vasper Shadow Heart, Vasper, don't know. What are you doing? I am never doing anything. I just watch. How things take place in my life. All the thought movement, body movement. I just watch it from inner stillness. Now I'm just sitting and going deeper in inner stillness, not doing anything. People are crazy with the idea to do something all the time, to keep their mind busy. How can you be happy and free if your mind is busy all the time? It's not impossible. Actually, I'm not a fan of anyone. I just know how powerful was Sri Raman Maharishi. And his energy helps me a lot. I'm just a fan of inner stillness. And everyone who has discovered it in themselves. Yo, Jimmy. Nice to see you too. Going deep, my brother. No, man. I absolutely don't think my journey is complete. I am not a starter for sure, but I understand what you're asking, and no. The answer is no. I don't know if anybody's journey is complete, because I'm not into their body and mind. Well, I answered your question, even your question raised, I guess. Yes, it's very interesting with inner growth and silence. It just is. It was the same before 1 billion years, and it will be the same. Only each individual's, each person's like inner borders, inner demons are different in different levels. But actually I'm not concerned of something being complete, or I don't ask myself how deep am I. I just do the best I can each and every second. Well, is growth just an illusion? It depends from what point are you looking from. If you look from personality, then there is a thing called growth. But if you look from perspective of inner silence, then growth is just a play in this dreamlike world. I'm telling you again, if you dream at night and you understand that you're dreaming, I don't know if you have had such an experience, but if you had, then how do you feel when you understand that you will wake up in the morning? What are your goals in the dream? Is growth your goal? If you mean, you're saying from perspective of personality, is growth an endless process, or does it stop at some point? Do you mean spiritual growth? I guess so. Man, it never stops. While you have body and mind, things never stop. You can't reach the highest levels of existence and energy while you have body and mind. You can connect to universal consciousness to some level. And you can become observer of your body and your thoughts. I think Sri Raman Maharishi had a level of consciousness where he completely didn't attach to his body and mind, but he still had his obstacles. Do we stop having body and mind at some point? Well, of course. Your core being is indestructible being, form of energy, never changing. You can call it stillness, you can call it vastness, emptiness, inner space. And that won't change when your body is gone. When you die, you still exist as information and energy wave, and you will get another body if the energy wave that you're vibrating it is low enough. But if you're vibrating in very high energy, then you won't get another body. Yes, my everything that I think about Raman, I don't care what I think about anyone. Those are just thoughts. That is the most honest answer I can give to you. Dude, don't worry about Raman. worry about only yourself. I just don't use time in my life to think about things that I will never know. Sri Raman Maharishi was here in this dreamlike world for himself. This was his opportunity to wake up and how well he used it, only he knows. And you are here only for yourself. That doesn't mean that you don't have to care about other people. So there is a funny thing about knowing yourself or myself. When you spend time enough in being aware of inner silence, and when questions like this arise, is it possible for you to ever know yourself? There happens only one thing. This question just goes away. Because you get unattached from thoughts and questions. They don't mean a thing when you discover inner silence. Questions and thoughts, they are not reality for me. So funniest thing is conversations also doesn't matter. We still do talk, and I like to talk. But they they won't get you anywhere. Questions, talks, stillness just is. Your being just is. Where have I arrived? You mean physically? For example, questions that contains some form of doubt. There are questions that contains doubt, like when you start to grow spiritually. But as you go deeper and deeper in the reality I call stillness, the doubt fades away. Everything just goes further and further from your inner center. All the emotions, feelings, thoughts, because you let go everything that can come and go, and you can try to let go inner silence. Can you let it go? And you should try to let it go. Then you will see what remains. You will see that trying to let go also is just a thought. You will see that anything you can imagine is not staying in you. The one that is interested in question if stillness has depth, that also is just a thought. The one that wants to know if stillness has depth is just a thought. I would say that stillness has no depth. Because there's just stillness. The one who perceives some kind of depth, that may be your personality, but that doesn't mean that stillness has depth. No, stillness is, it's not, it's not a process. Process takes place in stillness. We all perceive this stillness the same way. We only call it differently. Religions call it differently. I also wouldn't say that stillness is feeling. That word feeling may help somebody to recognize stillness. But by itself, it's not a feeling. Words are useful just to point out the one thing that cannot be pointed out. Stillness perceives itself actually. That's how it works. It's like one mirror faced against other mirror. And it becomes an endless loop. When I say we perceive stillness, keep in mind that those are words, and these words must be understood from inner silence. What I say to you, it comes from silence. When I say I, we, you, those are just empty words. And behind them is a great silence. And you can feel this silence, perceive it, hear, see it, call whatever you want. But you can do it right at this moment. This silence is completely out of your memory, out of future or past. It is fresh each moment. You will never perceive it in your memory. Yes, there are brown. Mostly when I'm doing like, what was that word? Intensive sport. There have been just few times when I like run 10 kilometers and I'm fully aware, because everything takes practice. And when you live everyday life, of course, different things take your energy, but it's not that hard to remain in inner center while you like talk to other people or walk on the street, drive a car, eat, work. Well, if your work is very intensive physically, then it will be hard to remain conscious. But hard doesn't mean impossible. Sri Raman Maharishi chose a life where he lived in one place, did every day the same things. And of course you can grow environment around you that helps the most for you. Or you can just live the life, live city life, and accept all the challenges it provides to you. And try to get better and better. Does one perceive the stillness in sleep? Yes. The answer is yes. You can perceive, and I have perceived being aware of stillness in dreams. And in also no dreamlike state when I sleep. But to do this, you have to be like aware of this stillness for many days straight. I can do this when I'm like 2 weeks straight conscious. But this growth is like a cycle. You easily go up and down. I never know for how long period I will remain fully conscious. And I don't try to know that. I'm not telling myself or asking myself for how long I'm going to be conscious and so on. These are just thoughts that doesn't stick. For you to reach a state where you're fully conscious, fully aware every day, you must get to a point where nothing is important to you, absolutely nothing. where you let go completely everything. And you must understand in you what this means. Because everything totally means everything. And I'm saying again, it doesn't mean you have to stop living normal life, because letting go everything, that's a mental state. That's completely mental state. You still use your mind when you need, like in work. But my experience is that mind works in best possible way, in the sharpest way, most creative way, when you don't hold in you anything. You let go everything. You only focus on being aware of silence, and you let go also the focus, the trying to focus on this silence. I'm telling you, you must understand how your mind can be tricky. When you try to focus on inner stillness, you have to let go the one who tries to focus on inner stillness. When you try to meditate, you have to let go first the one who tries to meditate. If you think you perceive stillness or silence in you, you must let go completely this perception of silence. So this practice of letting go never stops. It's actually not practice. To let go everything is your true state. And you still will have body, you still will have memory, but mostly your mind will be in like peaceful state, restful state. Many things that I say are hard to grasp for the mind. And my mind was in panic. I couldn't stay focused on inner silence for 10 seconds, and I got lost in a thought or feeling. But all that I was doing, I was trying harder and harder. And it was mentally very painful. So you have to be a little bit crazy to do things like this. but I did it for the word of truth. For freedom, for inner freedom. For me, the truth is most important thing. It was the most important thing. So I came to understanding where I completely understand that nothing is true or truth that can come and go. My body was given to me by someone else. My mind was given to me by someone else. They came into me. So I asked myself, what is this me? That was here in me before someone gave something to me. But sometimes you perceive this stillness and sometimes you don't. Isn't this stillness impermanent in that case? No, your attention is impermanent, not the stillness. Your focus, your attention. Stillness is always here, the same. It's just if you perceive it or not. If your mind is open enough, if your heart is open enough, if your understanding is open enough, what is it? What is it that is eternal, which doesn't come and go? Can you find out that in you? How do you think? How do you feel? What is eternal in you, in your life? Is there something eternal in your life? Because I can tell you, yes, there is, but that won't mean a thing. You have to dive deep in this question for you. And what is awareness? I'm not searching for truth anymore. I'm not searching for truth for the last 15 years, 14, 15 years. All I am doing is going deeper and deeper in the truth I have discovered. And when I say deeper, don't think about deeper as a dimension. Maybe better words would be, yes, awareness and consciousness is good words. Like you become more and more aware of the truth. But when you say consciousness, there's a level when consciousness sees itself. And this is when you find the greatest reality human can experience. Yes, first is just like you try to get your consciousness aware of this present moment. You try to keep it clean from being stuck in thoughts and feelings. And then you start to realize that there's something always with you. I call it inner silence. Consciousness, perceiving consciousness, is like inner silence, perceiving inner silence. Inner emptiness, perceiving inner emptiness. Consciousness sees itself all the time, but you as personality, we as different personalities, of course, are not conscious all the time. Most people are never conscious. Inner stillness is like a gate to being fully aware. It's like a gate to consciousness, and at the same time, it is the consciousness. There are things that are beyond logical explanation, and they are more intuitive. Your logical mind, logical thinking won't help you a lot. Well, it will help you to find yourself. But at one point, you will need to start to listen to your intuition. Because intuition knows how to trust. Your logical mind will always doubt you. But the personality eventually drops in any case. When they sleep and not in any case when they in sleep and not dreaming. I'm not understanding the question. But personality eventually drops in any case. Okay, I understood the question. I don't know. Well, yes, when you're dreaming, when you sleep, your personality is not there. Personality itself is complete illusion. It's just thoughts and feelings, concepts that you hold in you. Experiences, past experiences that you hold in you. Your personality can easily change in your life. Because it's not something truthful. The truth is one. There is one truth. I can tell that you are very concerned about like concepts, definitions, and you want to sort things out before diving deeper. That's completely normal. But I will tell you one practice that I use when you try to figure things out, sort things out, when you try to find some answer to a question. Stop it right there. Just get used to this uncomfortable feeling that you want to know answer, but you don't get it. You will see how your mind, your thoughts will start to go further from you. They won't bother you as much. And you will be more in your inner center. If you try to sort out things in your mind, that's like fuel for your mind, for your ego mind, for your illusionary self. This need for sorting things out must stop. When you ask yourself questions, you are not becoming better at knowing inner stillness. You are becoming better thinker. But you are not the one who thinks. This is a great misunderstanding that we think. I know that thoughts arise in you. You don't think them. And when they arise in you, you don't do nothing with them. If you need to talk to someone, then you take some thoughts and you talk. But thinking thoughts out, that is really not a good way to find who you are. Because you won't change the basic problem in you, the knowing that you are not the thinker. I mean, really, stop thinking. You are not the thinker. You need like 10 seconds to become aware of your true self. The rest process is just repeat that. Yes, completely right, there is no thinker. The thinker of thoughts is just a thought. It's a thought that thinks about other thoughts. You know what? I have to go and make lunch for me, dinner, but I'm gonna show to you in the end of the stream one unreleased song that I'm making right now, because I'm also producer. Usually I don't do things like this, but why not? Sometimes you just have to do things for fun. And I know that musical tastes are different, but that won't stop me. Oops. Maybe my internet will stop me, but no, I guess it won't stop me. Sometimes my internet is lagging from my energy. Okay, it's here. Sorry, I have technical difficulties. So I guess it's not meant to happen in this stream. So this is what I get. So I guess bye for today. I will see you tomorrow. But you keep on grinding, and I will keep grinding my awareness. Peace.